All right, I think that's been fixed now. Okay, thank you everybody for to the
So we are unable to hear you. Hello.
right. I'm just going to share my screen right. Right. Okay. So this is the Yercaud program. Everybody has signed up for the April 17th to 23rd camp. And this is how the small picture on as to how the campsite will actually look like. Okay. So basically, the campsite is located in Yercaud. It's in a small coffee estate amidst, orange and coffee farms. And we have small tents. I say small, but these are quite massive. And the children will be staying in the tents, and then they'll be doing various activities whilst they're at the camp, right? So as you can see, the camp has lots of tents, and there's plenty of space for the children to do the activities, and all the activities happen inside the camp, right? So they don't go out anywhere outside the camp to do the activities. So all the activities happen in a safe space within our own campsite. And we have various bike tracks and places where the children can do rock climbing, all designed inside the campsite itself, right? The temperatures at Yercaud will be anywhere between 30 to 33 degrees during daytime, and it'll be anywhere between 17 to 19 degrees in the evenings and night. So usually, since it's the top of a hill station, the sunshine will be there, but whenever there's cloud cover, the children will be getting cool breeze, and everything will be pretty chill when they are there, right? That's just a little about the ERCOT programs. And for those of you who have joined the Inme camps for the first time, we have been doing these camps for the past 30 years now. And we have camps all across India. We have camps abroad as well. So we run a program in the US, and we have camps both in North and South of India for kids between the age of 9 to 17. And as I said, we've been doing this for the past 30 years. And there are so many activities that the children choose from. And then, they come with us every year. And every year we do at least 10,000 children. And this year we've already started our camps, and we have more than 1,500 children who've come to the camps already. Yeah. And at Yercaud, there are two activities, as you all might have already known. One is the mountain biking plus the outdoor survival, and the other one is rock climbing plus backpacking. I'll run you through what these two activities are in brief uh, down the line. And just to give a little input on these two activities. The children will be dividing, so they'll be on campus for 6 days, and they'll do 3 days one activity and 3 days the other activity. So if you have chosen mountain biking, the children will be doing 3 days of mountain biking activity, and then they'll swap to the outdoor survival. Whereas if you've chosen rock climbing and backpacking, they'll do 3 days of rock climbing and 3 days of backpacking. That's how they've been divided, right? And these are not the only activities which the children will be doing at campus. They will do other activities. So we have something called as a helter skelter. It's like a mini Olympics where the children form together in teams, and they show their teamwork and communication skills, whatever they've learned over the duration of the camp, and then they get prizes based on that. And then they also have they play various other camp based games, and they also have something called as tent cleanliness. So since the children will be staying in tents, they're rewarded points for keeping the tents clean. And every little thing is planned out for them, so that they have a completely fun experience whilst they're at the camp, right? And you can see some photos which showcases some of the activities. the cycling one, as you saw already at the top. And this is the first image is, them having a reflection session, which I'll get to you later. And this is rock climbing. As you can see, the children are climbing up. This is a child who's climbing down from a rock face, and they're wearing all the safety harnesses, and there'll be an instructor both at the top, and then there's an instructor at the bottom to make sure that they're doing the activities quite safely. And then you can see the children over here doing their backpacking activity. Right? And on a daily basis, the children will be doing the following things. And every day they wake up in the morning, they freshen up with hot coffee or tea or even hot chocolate. And then they do some warm-up exercises before they head out for their wow activities. Right? These activities are the ones which you have already chosen. So it'll be the mountain biking, or it will be the mountain biking and rock climbing, or it will be the outdoor survival. So the children will wake up, do their warm-ups, then they'll go have their breakfast. Breakfast will be provided to the children in a buffet style, so the children can choose what they want to eat. And usually it's a mix between there'll be eggs, cornflakes, bread, toast, butter. All of that will be provided for the children, so they can choose what they want to eat, and there'll be lots of fruits available for them as well. And after their breakfast is done, they'll head over to their respective activities. And once they'll spend a nice time doing those activities, and then they'll return back to the camp for their lunchtime. Right. So again, lunch will be provided to them buffet style as well. The children can choose what they want to eat. Veg and non-veg food will be kept separately so that they don't mix, and all food will be labeled so that the children know exactly what they're eating as well. And our instructors will be there providing the food for the children. So they'll be guiding the children. So whenever they come up, they can always come up and take what they want. The instructors will be there to assist them with the food as well. Once they've eaten their lunch, they'll have a nice free time for them to to think about what they've done in the morning. Some kids usually play some other games, and some kids just sit in a nice cool place, and then they rest for the evening activities. Some kids, they just play around, run around the campus. And some, it's basically a time where they can just relax and rest before they head out for the next activities. Right, we call them cool time. And sometimes there are other activities which, as I said earlier, the children will be doing other activities. In Yercaud, usually they do something called as a tie and dye, and where the children make various patterns in clothes. And these are all, as it says, it's a mix of fun and learning for the children, so that it's not just boring for them during the day. They do various activities which will help them to build social skills whilst they're there. After which they'll come back for evening snacks, and they'll have some snacks. Since they've been roaming around the campus, they'll be doing all the activities. They need a lot of energy to do all these activities. So we made sure that the children get enough food through the day, and it's staggered in such a way so that they don't either overeat or they don't undereat. So make sure that they have enough energy for the day. And after that, they'll have their own debriefing sessions with their own groups, right? So as you saw the photograph earlier, the instructors and the children will sit together, and they'll reflect upon what they've learned in the day, right? So if somebody has done something nice, or somebody has done, when they're supposed to do something and they've forgotten to do it, all of that, they'll reflect on what has happened during the day. If some kid has helped someone, they'll thank each other, and all of that, to help them to reflect on, how they're growing as a person daily, on a daily basis. And the instructors will also be there to, to help them achieve this reflection session in the day. And after the reflection session is done, they'll have some little soup. Again, whenever there's food provided, the children will be, together as a group in a place where they have their food. And usually some kids just go and take their own time. They rest in their tents, or they have soup, and they sit around and chit chat with their friends, all their friends who they're making. And then after soup, they'll have their they tell the children, but usually they don't go to bed. How camps work. They'll be sitting inside their tents and gossiping or chit chatting away. And but then the instructors, so we have tent in charges for each tent, and the instructors go and then tell the children to end their day by at least by 9:30, so that they give the wake up call in the morning next day and they have energy. So that's what children, whoever is there, please go to bed by 9 p.m. Don't make the and tell you to go to bed. But that's something that they will be doing. We'll get to the tents in a while. And with regards to the activities, as I said, mountain biking is one of the activities which the children will be doing. We'll be providing the mountain bikes. We'll be providing all safety equipment for the children when they come do the activities. We'll run you through the kit list as well to tell you what all you need to get for the camp. So the children, there's a course for mountain biking which we have created in our campsite. So the children will be learning how to ride their bikes. So we'll teach the children how to learn, how to ride the mountain bikes uphill, downhill, how to shift their weights, and how to ride the bikes. And we also teach them not just how to ride the bikes, but we also teach them how to fix their bikes when they comes up. There will be a session where the children will be how to fix functions, how to remove the wheels, how to do maintenance on those bikes. Everything will be taught to them from scratch so that they know how to do these activities. And, they slowly start learning and they tend to become experts as they do the activities on a daily basis, right? And outdoor survival is something where the children learn how to survive in the wilderness, right? So since this is a gadget-free camp, there are no gadgets on campus whatsoever. The children will learn how to use the things that they find in the nature to survive, right? For example, how to create fire with flint, and they'll also learn how to leave markers to see where they have gone, and they'll also make shelters out of tarps and find out which plants are edible for eating, and they'll also learn how to purify water. All of this will be taught to them, and they'll head out with the instructors, and the instructors will be there to guide them and teach them all these things when they are out with the survival, outdoor survival, right? And then we have the rock climbing. As you saw in the photograph already, the children will learn the basics of rock climbing, right? We have lots of rock faces at the camp. They'll learn how to do their knots. They'll learn about the safety, how all the equipment that they'll be using, they'll get to know what each equipment is, how to use them and what it's used for. And then they'll start with a small rock face, from, it's called bouldering, where they use just their plain hands to learn to climb the rocks. And then they'll slowly progress on a daily basis, where they use all the gear. And as you can see, it's called jumaring and rappelling. The photograph which you saw earlier was rappelling, where the children learn how to descend from a rock face, and they will also learn jumaring, where they ascend from the bottom to the top, with the use of the equipments, right? Backpacking again, the children will be carrying all their essentials. They learn something called as leave no trace, which is basically not littering anything. When the children are out on the backpacking expedition, they learn how to help the nature, and they will learn how to not to destroy the environment that they're in. They'll learn how to leave markers. They'll plot their routes. All of that will be taught to them. They'll learn how to navigate as well through the routes, and it involves a lot of teamwork. So the group which goes, they'll plan how to do these things. They'll be given in charges to see someone to navigate, and someone will be there to assist them with carrying the essentials. All of that will be taught to them, and it's a fun activity which they'll be doing, and it will help them to build. So all these activities help them to build a lot of social skills, a lot of teamwork, and it helps them to communicate as well. And the instructors, when they are there, they will assist the children and they'll encourage the children to communicate with each other, so that they're also more comfortable. So for example, if a child doesn't talk a lot, or if they're quite shy, the instructors will be there to encourage them to help their friends. And when they do the activities, various activities, it encourages the children by themselves to be more communicative with the others and to work as a team, right? Right. And when it comes to safety, as I said, this all the activities happen within our campsite, right? And we have highly trained instructors who will be there with the children throughout the camp time. And so right from the start, when they give the wake up call to the children, all the way till the time they go to bed, their instructors will be there to assist them. And we will also have female instructors at the camp, and they will be posted. So as I said, there'll be 10 charges. So in case the child needs anything in the night as well, the children can go reach out to the 10 charges, and they'll be able to assist them as well. Right. So we'll have both male and female instructors. And with regards to the tents, children will be staying in boys' tents and girls' tents. And there'll be a toilet block separately for both of them as well. And in case they need to, use the toilets in the night, they can, as I said, they can reach out to the tent in charges, and they'll assist them. And we also have a doctor on campus as well, right? There'll be a doctor throughout the entire program, and most of our instructors are also first aid trained, so they will also assist uh, the children in case there's a small scratch or anything. The first aid will be provided by the instructors themselves, and then the doctor is there on campus, and he'll be assisting them further if in case it's needed, right? We'll come to the transport part slightly later. And with the equipment, as you saw, we always have the best equipments on campus, right? These are inspected frequently, and we make sure that they're all of the highest standards. And these are all not just local standards, these are all international standards, and we have to maintain them. And this, as it says, there will be regular audits which will be done as well. And if there is something wrong with any equipment, we don't repair those equipments, we just straight away replace them to make sure that we have the best equipments for the children when they're doing all these activities. And whenever the instructors take the children to do any of these activities, they make sure that the children are all wearing their helmets, they're wearing their gloves, all of that, to make sure that safety is taken care of with them as the first part, right? And as I said, medical, there's an emergency vehicle which will be stationed on campus as well. And Yercaud is just 60 minutes away from Salem, and there's a big hospital there. So in case they need to go to the hospital, there's an emergency vehicle on standby at all times that they can use to go. But the doctors in the campus at all times, right? As you can see another photograph of Jumaring by a child, and then mountain biking as well, right? Coming back to the tents, the children will be staying in groups of 4 or 5. So depending on how many children register or how many children who are coming to the camps, we'll have anywhere between 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 children in a tent. These tents are quite massive tents. They're not the ones which are portable. These are all fixed tents where the children will stay and, for the program. And as I said, the boys and girls will be kept separately. The boys' tents will be separate, and the girls' tents will be separate as well. And as I mentioned before, the children will also be, you know, uh, incentivized as to when they keep their tents very clean. So there will be a tent check which will be done every day, and there'll be points awarded to them at the end during the Helter Skelter program. So children, whoever is attending this orientation right now, make sure that you choose your tent mates wisely and keep your tents spick and span so that you get the extra added points, right? And yeah, hot water will also be there in the camp. And there's a lot of space for the children to sit and do the activities or rest. And as I said, there's a dedicated place where the children will be eating, and there's a medical room as well for them. The campus is quite huge, and it's in the middle of the coffee estate, as I said. So the children will have lots of place to run around. It's not constricted in any way. And as I said, since it's a massive place, all the activities happen inside the campsite, so it's completely safe, and there'll be no other people apart from our own camp staff who will be there at the camp. And food, as I said, mentioned before, there'll be both veg and non-veg food which will be served to the children, and everything will be labeled, and they'll be kept separately, and the instructors will be there to assist the children to take their food, and they can choose what they want to eat. And eggs will be served at breakfast at all times as well, right? And these are all, as I said, they are staggered through the day so that the children either don't eat too much or they don't eat too less because they need that energy to do the activities during the day. So that's, and there'll be water station, like there'll be water kept for the children everywhere, and they need to be hydrated through the day, because as I said, it's the top of the hill station. It does get sunny. I won't say it doesn't get sunny, but as the children are doing these activities, they need to be regularly hydrated as well. So they'll have lots of places for them to refill their water bottles, and the instructors themselves will tell the children to make sure that they have enough water, for them to drink through the day, right? Coming to the travel part, so there will be various departures for this particular program. I think everybody is either traveling from Bangalore, and I think two people are coming from Chennai. So the departure for this would be at 6 a.m. From Bangalore. So there's a Bangalore departure point and there's a Chennai departure point. Both will be in the morning. The Bangalore children will leave from at 6 a.m. in the morning. We will tell you the location 2 days before the departure, and we will tell you the coordinator's name and number who will be there at the departure point as well. So you can reach the point, and then on the way back, it'll be a night journey. And so the children will leave the campus around lunchtime, and post lunchtime around 2 o'clock. And then they'll reach Bangalore by 10 p.m. in the night. And for children from Chennai, it's again the same thing. You'll leave from Chennai by train, and once you reach Salem, we'll take you by a tempo or a small vehicle to the campus. And again, same on the way back. Once you leave around 2 o'clock from the camp, get on the train by 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening, and then you'll head back to Chennai and reach Chennai around 9 to 10 p.m. That will basically be the journey from Chennai and from Bangalore, right? There's nobody flying in this time. And the buses will be completely AC, and then they'll have a comfortable night journey. And then, I mean, there'll be they will reach camp mostly by lunchtime, and we will make sure that there's snacks and water in the way when they're traveling. And now we are coming to the most important part of this orientation. The children to understand, right? We always make sure that we clear expectations to the children and the parents, right? So this is a no gadget camp. Firstly, there'll be no phones or any gadgets at the campsite, right? So since the children are departing, they will not be carrying anything with them. In case they like to read or something like that, you can always give them physical copies of book. No, there are watches allowed on campus as well. A regular watch is fine, but there are no smart watches as well. And we make sure that this is luxury camp or a resort, right? The campsite is where the children learn various concepts as well. And there won't be any beds. The children will have to be sleeping on sleeping bags. And we also tell the children that they'll have to take care of their, like, as I said before, the children have to clean their own tents. They may have to make sure that it's not untidy, and the responsibility, they get to learn various responsibilities. So it's not a luxury camp where you can just come and chill and then expect things to be done. The children have to do it by themselves, and this is something that you have to take it up as a challenge, and you also learn from it, right? And with regards to communication, there are no phones allowed. We'll all be joining a WhatsApp channel, right? I had sent the channel link out earlier as well. I'll share the channel link in chat after some time. Everybody has to make sure that you join the WhatsApp channel and turn on the notifications. So we will send updates twice a day, one in the morning and one in the evening, right? And this update will tell you exactly what the children have been doing, what they've eaten, and if they're doing something special for the day. For example, as I said, if day, you'll get to know what activities they have been doing. All of that will be sent to you in the morning and evening updates. And usually in the evening, we try and send some photos and videos from campsite, right? And considering network over there is not really good. The instructors will be there to take the photos when possible, right? And then they'll send photos through the day, right? But since we send out the updates in the evening, we make sure that we send a few good ones from the day, whatever we've received through the things, right? But once camp is over, since we keep getting the photographs, once camp is over, we'll make sure to collect all the photos and videos from camp, and then we'll share it to you by Google Drive. So if you don't see your child's photograph in a day's update, kindly do not worry, your child is completely fine. It's just that since the update is going at 6 p.m., we try and send whatever we've received at that point of time, so that you also know what's happening at campus, right? And as I've said that as well, the instructors, when they are there at camp, their main aim or goal is to keep the children safe whilst they're doing the activities, right? They will still be taking the photographs when the children are doing the activity, because those are all memories for the children. But it might not be a lot, or it might not be individual photos or videos that will be taken, right? Because they'll be focusing on keeping the children safe and ensuring that they're doing the activities properly, right? But we still get the photos, and those will all be shared to you, as I said, at the end of the program, right? And we like all updates after this orientation. So, and we'll send the departure message out to you, and it will come from my number. And after which, all updates for this camp, right? From the departure to the arrival at camp, everything will be posted only in the channel, right? So you ensure that everybody is in the channel without fail. I'll share the link to the channel again in chat. And as I mentioned repeatedly before, there's a no gadget on this camps, especially phones. And this is mainly to, to make sure that the children are engaged fully with the others, engaged in the nature, and they're enjoying their time rather than sitting and staring at a screen, right? You can give the children cameras, but then again, it cannot be a smart camera. You can give them regular cameras, but the child has to take care of it while there. We're not responsible for any damages, or if something happens to the cameras. The children have to take care of it if they are bringing any cameras or anything expensive with them, right? I would still recommend against not bringing any of them, but if you're planning to send them along, the child has to take care of it, right? And since this camp involves a lot of walking, um, when the children are at camp, and this is the lots of physical activities that children have to do. Usually I would recommend the parents or the children to walk at least 30 to 45 minutes a day till the start of the camp, right? If you aren't already practicing any sport till now, I would say even if you start from today, make sure that you're walking 30 to 45 minutes every day in the evenings or mornings whenever you have some time. A brisk walk is all you need, so that your body gets used to that, and so you don't get too tired when you reach the campsite when you're doing the activities. Just make sure that you have a regular walk session every day to help you, to enjoy the camp a little bit more. And again, one of the main things is that we have zero tolerance when it comes to bullying or indiscipline. So the instructors and the camp chief will be there monitoring all the children when they're at the campsite. And if they get to know of any bullying or any misbehavior by any child, usually there's a warning which is given to them to make sure that they don't do it again. But if it continues, we'll immediately send the child back, and that will be at your own expense. We will not tolerate any bullying or misbehavior at campsite at any of times. This applies the same for use of substance or even possession or consumption of, cigarettes, alcohol, or any contraband. We'll immediately, expel the child at your own expense. With regards to snacks on the camp, uh, you can there is I mean, you don't have to give the children any snacks for the entire duration of the campsite, mainly because we'll be giving them a lot of snacks for them to eat, which are made fresh rather than junk food on campsite. And when they're traveling in the bus as well, there'll be lots of food and snacks for them to eat and drink. And we're saying don't give them any snacks, because if they have it with them on campsite, they'll, rather than eating the food which is prepared freshly for them, they'll just eat up and fill up on junk. And they'll not have any energy, or they might skip their meals, which is why we are saying don't send any junk or tuck with them when they're there, right? And with regards to money, they don't need to carry any special extra money for this camp because we're covering everything for them. But you can send them a little bit of money for them to buy the merchandise or from our souvenir shop, right? So if they need to, if we'll have a little souvenir shop at the end of the program where the children can buy whatever they want to, like there's merchandise, there's caps, t-shirts, whatnot. I would recommend anywhere between 3,000 rupees, not more than 3,000 rupees if you want to give money to the child, and they can deposit it to the instructors when they reach, and they can put it in a nice pouch with their name and hand it over to the instructor. They can keep it safe and they can hand it over. They can get it back at the last day when they want to buy the stuff, right? This is everything that you need to know about the program. I'll quickly run you through the list of things that you need to be packing for the camp as well, so you know what to pack and what not to pack. So every time I tell the parents to make sure that they have enough clothes and make sure that they are not, underpacking, as some they might need some things and they might not have it. So make sure that whatever is mentioned in this, these are all tried and tested, and as we've been doing it for the past 30 years, we know what the children need. So make sure that whatever is mentioned in the list, as much as possible, just pack it along with them, right? As I mentioned all earlier, the temperatures will be anywhere between 30-33 degrees in the morning, and in the evenings, anywhere between 18 to 19 degrees in the night. It might rain as well, which is why we need 6 to 7 t-shirts, preferably quick dry ones, because if it gets wet, they can always dry it out. Make sure that they have enough undergarments, they have shorts, track pants while doing the activities, uh, regular night clothes for them to wear when they're going to sleep in the night. Make sure that they have either one fleece jacket or a sweatshirt, and also one poncho. It can be a regular raincoat as well if you have a raincoat. That's also good. And make sure that they have good rubber sole shoes. Any sneakers are fine, but it needs to be in good condition, right? Because the kids will be doing a lot of walking. Don't get them new shoes right just before in start of the camp, because the shoes have to be worn in, right? If they are not worn in and if they're brand new, the children might get blisters and it will not help them with their camp experience. Uh, Make sure that they have one pair of normal sandals like the ones which are there in this photographs. Don't send them with Crocs are not advisable for this. Make sure that they have strapped sandals like this, so that they have good grip and it covers their entire foot as well, right? And those who have opted for mountain biking, make sure you get a pair of biking gloves, right? This is a must because the children will be holding on to the bikes for a very long period of time, and the hands will usually get tired if they're not wearing anything. And it's even if they have a small fall or something, the gloves protect the hands from getting damaged, right? Make sure that they always wear the gloves, right? And these padded cycling shorts, these are not mandatory. It will help the children if you have a cycling shorts already, that's fine. If you don't have, or if you want the children to be comfortable whilst doing the activity, if they have a padded cycling shorts, it's fine. You can find it on Decathlon. At any Decathlon, you will be able to find these padded cycling shorts. And also make sure that they have the knee and elbow guards with them when doing the activity, right? We need to make sure that the children um, have them. We will have these on campus as well, right? If you get your own, it's good, but if you don't have it, we will have these on our campsite, and the children can just use that and return it once they are done with the activities, right? Other items, the children have to definitely carry their own shower gel, soap, shampoo, toothbrush, whatever, all their regular toiletries, and make sure that you include sunscreen with them as well. As I said, it gets hot in the day, but then they'll have cloud cover as well, which will be there. But ensure that they have an SPF 30 plus sunscreen, lip balm, all of that. And definitely send them with either a mosquito patch or a mosquito repellent cream. As the campus in the wilderness, there might be mosquitoes as well. Even though it's in altitude, there might be mosquitoes. Better safe than sorry. Make sure that they have, some sort of mosquito repellent with them. A pair of sunglasses is a must, a torch and headlamp, because the children will be going out in the night for doing their activities. Make sure that you can either get a headlamp like this or a torch is fine. definitely have a bottle of a bottle which is around a liter capacity so that they can refill and reuse those bottles. Please don't send them with plastic bottles. Try and avoid plastic as much as possible and send them with either steel or any metal water bottle would be fine. And also a plastic bag for them to pack their used clothes. Um, once they're done with the camp, right? So we also recommend the children to carry their own sleeping bag. So according to like international laws, a sleeping bag is a must product which for any child needs when they're doing the camping. Right? If any child goes camping anywhere across the world, they need to have their own sleeping bag. But in case you don't have a sleeping bag with you, we can provide them at the camp. These are all used sleeping bags, but they'll be cleaned and sanitized after every use. So we have that as well. But if you also don't want to get a sleeping bag, you can get a sleeping bag liner, which goes in between the sleeping bag and the child, which you can get, and then the child can just use that. And if your child is used to sleeping with a pillow, make sure that you give them an inflatable pillow, which you can get at any shop or decathlon as well. If you're going right to me, uh, put my WhatsApp number as well. Make sure you send those details across to me, so that we can inform the team. And whatever medicine they're taking, put it in a nice pouch and write the instructions which medicine they'll have to take when, so that the instructors can the children to take it as well. Right. So usually, the children are running around the camp and sometimes they tend to forget to take the medicines. But if you write down which medicine needs to be taken when and put it in a nice pouch for us, we'll make sure that the instructors remind the children to take the medicines as well, right? And those who are wearing glasses, please make sure that you carry an extra pair, right? Do not carry contact lenses because it's quite easy to get lost. Make sure that you have an extra pair. And if you have those retainer straps which sit on your ear, that works perfect as well. Make sure that if you have retainer straps, that will be even better. With regard to packing all of these items, we don't have any suitcases for these camps because the campsite does not have any smooth road or tarmac for the children to walk in. It's a pretty common campsite where it's uneven flooring and there's lots of rocks and stuff. So the suitcases, if you send them with suitcases, it'll definitely get destroyed. Um, with a nice 60 to 70-liter rucksack where you can pack everything. If you don't have a rucksack, you can always send them with a duffel bag as well. And the rucksacks are much more easier because they have a nice zip in the middle where you can take things out and put them back if you want. And they also have to carry a small knapsack or a small backpack where they can put their water, their glasses, or whatever they need to carry, extra towel or something in the back when they're doing the activities. So that will be needed for they need to have that. So a big rucksack and a small backpack so that they know they can do that. And as I said, cash, I would say no, and they can again deposit it to the camp chief for the instructors. And when we have the shop at the end of the day, they can use that to buy stuff. And again, this is a repeat reminder because we try and stress this to parents as much as possible. Don't send them no phones, no expensive jewelry, and definitely no electronic gadgets. As I said, Kindle, smartwatches, tabs, and even an air tag. It's not necessary at all because once the children reach campsite, they're going to be with the instructors, and on the way, the instructors are going to be with them throughout the camp. And they'll be coming back. So if you want to send your child with stuff, I would recommend hard copy books in the good old times and not with Kindle or anything like that. And so yeah, if you do send them with cameras and stuff, they'll have to take care of it because we'll not be responsible for anything which is lost or damaged. If you send them with expensive clothing, we will not be able to be responsible for that. This is all that it needs to be. And for people who have our own merch as well, our own merch site, and I'll share all those details in the chat now. And this is basically everything that you need to know about the program. I'm going to stop the sharing now. So if anybody has any questions, you can unmute yourself and start asking me the questions. In the meantime, I'm just going to post some details that I said I'll share in the chat now. Yeah. If anybody has any questions, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, hi, good evening, Janvi.
Sir, my kid's name is Aruth, and we are from Namakkal district, sir.
Okay.
So, how was the arrival and departure? Where we have to drop him?
So if you're going to be coming from Namakkal, we can pick the children up Namakkal, Salem. How far? I'll have, let me just
45 minutes, 45 minutes to 1 hour, sir.
okay, to Salem, right? So yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
you can either drop the children at Salem. You have
Okay.
an option to drop them at Salem, or you can
Okay.
also drop them at Yercaud, right? You have two options.
Okay.
I'll get on a call with you post this, so we can
Okay.
discuss how where we can pick you up. Whichever is easier for you,
Yeah.
we can do that. And if it's, I think the easiest would be to drop off at either Salem railway station or at there's a petrol station in Yercaud.
Okay.
Either of these two places, we'll figure out which one works for you. And
Yeah, the landmark and the timing to be dropped and arrived, departure and arrival. Can you just tell
sure.
me that, and we'll do so, sir?
Definitely, no problem. We can set that out. I'm just going to drop my number here as well.
Okay.
I'll be the so yeah. I've just messaged the WhatsApp channel link.
Okay.
Those who haven't joined the channel, please join the channel. Make sure that everybody signed up.
Channel join करें.
And I've sent my phone number as well. Janani, if you can just drop me a message after this orientation, I'll give you a call and then take it further for you. Yeah.
Hi, sir. I'm Naresh here. Yeah,
Yes.
hi.
Hi, Naresh. Hi.
I think I spoke to you a couple of times also.
Correct.
So
Yes.
my sons, both sons, Veer and Vansh, they're twins. So they will join from Chennai. From Chennai, they
Mm-hmm.
will come to Salem.
Yes.
So I think you said some instructor or somebody may join them from Chennai to Salem, and
Correct.
from Salem they'll write. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So only thing, will we be updated once they reach Salem and once they reach the camp? Both places, one update at least will get something.
Yes. So updates will be sent when the children are picked up from Chennai and when the children reach Salem and when the children reach camp, we'll be sharing updates to everybody on the channel, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so the channel is where you will all get all the updates for the camp. I've just posted the channel link now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I've joined the link, sir. Yeah.
yes, yeah. So make sure that for the others as well, I've just posted the WhatsApp channel link now. Make sure that you are there in that channel and all updates with regards to departure, arrival, what the children have been doing, eating, everything will be shared over there, right? And so we'll keep you posted. So 2 days before the program starts, we'll share the departure details about the program, and that will have the local coordinator's number. It will have the location where to drop off the child. All of that will be given there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody has any other questions?
Hello. Yeah, sir.
Yes.
I wanted
Hi,
to
Nidhi.
find out, like, yeah, you asked for that those gloves, no, cycling gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So, do they have to carry the full gloves which covers their fingers completely, or the half gloves will do?
The half gloves are completely fine. So basically, what happens is when the children are doing the activity, mountain biking,
Yeah,
they will always fall down like this. Like if you see, that will be the first reaction for the child to
yeah,
do. Like that will be the reflex. Like you always land on your palms are the ones which
palm.
goes first. So you don't have to get the ones which are covering the fingers fully. Right. Just make sure that there's enough padding because they'll be holding on to the bikes like this as
Right.
well. Right. So that's where they
Yeah.
need most of the cushioning. And even if they fall, they'll always land on their palms. So it's not necessary that they need full fingered gloves.
They don't. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. Does anybody have any other questions? Naresh, Bharti, Deepa, no questions?
No, no, nothing, sir.
Right.
Only
So,
thing about their, I mean, See, I mean, each child's fitness level is very different.
Yes.
So like one of my son, like he has light wheezing problem or something. So I mean,
Mhm.
some activities, I'm sure they'll not push too much. If he's not.
So they won't. So the as per the, I mean, like the last time we spoke, it's the same. So the instructors will be there, right? The instructor's main role when they're doing the activities is to ensure that they're doing it safely and doing it properly, right? And whenever a child is shy or afraid, or they lack that initial motivation or that little encouragement, the instructors will be there to to help them get motivated, and they'll give a little push, not a lot of push. They'll give a slight push so that the children are getting motivated enough to do it. And more than that, the other children will be there at campus, right? They'll ensure that their friends are doing it, and it'll be done in a very nice way, so that the children are also encouraging the other participants to to do the activities. So the instructors are there to ensure that all the children are safe, and they will not force any child to do an activity, right? The children always usually step up to do the activity, and in the way these activities are set, the children usually step up by themselves and they want to do it again and again. That's how it usually is.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Right. If anybody has any other questions, um, you can reach out to me on my number. I've posted the channel link, and I've also posted the merch website. So if you want to get yourself a rucksack or a sleeping bag or a headlamp, you can always check out my website out as well. And the WhatsApp channel link is mentioned in the chat as well. So make sure that everybody turns on the joins and turns on the notifications, so that you don't miss out on any updates from us. Right. I think everybody is no more questions. So if you have any other questions, my number is there. Please reach out to me. But thank you for coming in on a Sunday afternoon for this orientation. We look forward to having all the children at camp. Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
can all start logging off. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.